Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be teaching you all how to create this ruffled cat ear super cutesy beanie. For the tools, you will need a tapestry needle, scissors, a 5mm crochet hook, a 5.5mm crochet hook. You can either use just one ball of yarn if you don't want to do two colors, but I am going to do two colors. So I am going to use this brand of yarn, Big Twist Value brand, in the color Pink Ombre, and I am using the color Magenta. So I'm going to start off with the color Pink Ombre. I'm going to make my slip knot. And I'm going to chain 64. Just going to wrap around, pull through 1, wrap, pull through 2, wrap, pull through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've just completed 64 chains. Now what you'll want to do is connect the ends, so make sure that the chain is completely straight. Find the end, and you're going to want to go into this top loop, so put your needle through there. Then you're going to want to wrap around once, pull through both holes, tighten that, and there you go. Also, now what you'll want to do, chain 1, go right back into there, double crochet. You're gonna go on the next top loop, double crochet, next top loop, double crochet, next top loop, double crochet, and you're gonna want to double crochet doing the same exact step. Make sure you go into the top loops only, all the way around. So I'm coming up to the end on my first round. So it should look something like this. So now what you'll want to do is slip stitch into that very first stitch you did on your round, tighten it, chain 2, go back into that hole with a double crochet, and then you're going to go into every stitch on this round with a double crochet. So I am coming up to the end of my second row. One more stitch. So it should look something like this so far. What you want to do is slip stitch into that first double crochet you did, not the chain 2, but the double crochet. And just like for the second row, you chain 2, and you go back into that double crochet with a double crochet. Then you're going to want to double crochet all the way around, and you're going to want to continue to do this step for a total of 12 rows. So right now we're working on row 3. So then I'll just continue to do this, working in rounds until I have a total of 12 rows. So I am coming up to the end. I'm on my final row, which is the 12th row. So what you'll want to do to end it, you're going to slip stitch into this very first stitch you did on that round. Go in there, wrap, pull, oop, in there, wrap, pull through, all loops, tighten it. You're going to chain 1, and cut your work off. connect the top part. So this is where you just cut your work off. You're not going to connect the bottom part. You're going to connect the very top. So just flip it inside out. And you want to try to match the middle for each side as close as possible, but it's not that serious if you don't. So now what you want to do is start your slip knot. Then you're going to be going into these loops on each end with single crochet. So I'm going to put my needle through there, put my slip knot on my hook, pull through, wrap around, tighten. Then you're going to go right back through there with a single crochet, go into the next loop, single crochet, go into the next loop, make sure to go to the loops on both ends, single crochet, single crochet. You're going to want to do that all the way until you get to the end. I'm coming up to the end. So then one more. So to end it off, create a chain, tighten it, cut your work off, pull through. So then while you're on the back side, which is the inside outside, you can go ahead and weave in any pieces of yarn from the top if needed, which I am going to do that. So I'm going to weave in over here, and you will have some yarn, other yarn to weave in if you don't single crochet over those, which I do single crochet over those to make my work easier and less weaving in to do. So when I weave in, I just go through like 4 single crochets, but I'm going through like the back of the stitches because it's more easier to see. I just pull through, cut my work off. I'm cutting off any other pieces I need to cut off. And then now you're going to flip it right side out. So we turned it right side out. So now what I'm going to do is flip it to the back. And we're going to switch to our magenta yarn. And now we're going to create the ruffles. So now what you want to do, create your slip knot. Take it off your needle. And then put your needle through the very first stitch on that round where the hang yarn is. Pull that loop through. Wrap around, tighten. Chain 3. Then you're going to want to put 3 double crochets in there. That one stitch, so 1, 2, 3. Next stitch, put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Next stitch, 3 double crochets. You're going to want to do that all the way around. One more double crochet to do. I did 2 in that stitch. Now the third one, 3. So now what you're going to want to do is slip stitch not into the 3 double crochets you did on that round, but you're going to slip stitch into the first double crochet you did in that round. Then you're going to chain 1. You're going to go right back into that stitch with a double crochet. Go into the next stitch with a double crochet. Next stitch with a double crochet. And now you're going to want to place 1 single double crochet into each double crochet around. So you're not making any decreases for the second row for the ruffle. So I'm coming up to the end of my second round of ruffles. So now what you'll want to do, switch to your 5mm crochet hook. Slips. Once you did that, you're going to want to slip stitch into the very first double crochet you did on that round. Tighten it. Chain 1, go right back into that double crochet with the single crochet. And now what you're going to want to do to make your ends neat, you're just going to want to single crochet in every stitch on that round. I'm almost done with this round of single crochets. To end it off, you're just going to slip stitch into that very first single crochet you did. Tighten that. Chain 1. Cut your end off. And then just pull that through. And once you pull out your tapestry needle and whatever first color you did for this part of your hat, you're going to want to put a long piece of yarn on your tapestry needle, because now we're going to sew our ears tight. So just make it doesn't have to be terribly long, but just long enough. Long. Cut it in half. Should be something like this. So now you're going to want to count down from the corner 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So from the back, put your needle through. Doesn't have to be a specific number stitch from the back, as long as it lines up with number 9 in the front. Put that through. Then you're going to want to put your needle through there. Pull that to tighten it. So now you're going to go through the first row where you counted down 9 stitches with your needle to tighten it. Then you're just going to literally you're going to go down 5 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're just going to want to go down at an angle, going down all the way until you get to row 5. Making sure that you're going all the way till you get to the corner of row 5. And once you've done that, just pull that tight, tie a knot, and then you're going to want to turn it to the back and just weave your ends through the back. Cut your work off. That's how it looks. And we're going to weave that in a little later. But now what you did on this side, you're going to want to do the same thing for this side. Done that, the ears should look something like this. So for the bow, just set that aside. You're going to want to chain 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you want to skip that first chain you did right here. Go to the second chain. Make sure to only go through the top loop with a double crochet. Go into the next chain. Make sure to only go through the top loop, double crochet. You're going to want to continue that all the way around with double crochets. Make sure to go through the top loop only. Then your first row should look something like this. To start your next row, chain 1, turn your work, and just going to go into that very first double crochet with the double crochet. Make sure to double crochet all the way down. You should have 11 double crochets. You double crochet all the way down. You're going to repeat that step with chain 1, turn your work, and then go into that first double crochet with a double crochet. And you want to continue this until you have a total of 5 rows. So right now I'm working on row 3. So after this row, I should do 2 more rows until I have 5 rows. Once you finish your 5 rows, it should look something like this. So go ahead, create a chain, cut your work off, and pull out your tapestry needle, because now we need to weave in the ends. Where did I put my tapestry needle? Found it. So weave in the ends, which I turn into the back to weave in the ends. Sometimes your yarn likes to peek through a little bit, which from the back they can't really see it. So I'm just gonna go through like 4 or 5 back stitches. I have it weaved in at the bottom. Pull that taut, cut it off. We're almost done. So now to shape the bow, we're gonna shape it like this. So put a long piece of yarn through your tapestry needle. Doesn't have to be too long, but long enough. I say probably 12 inches long, the length of a ruler. Untie that in a knot. So you're gonna count from this end 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put your needle through the 6th stitch, because that is the middle stitch. And when you put it through, you're gonna go through it to ensure that it stays. So now what you're going to want to do, just making sure you're still going through the middle. Just literally keep weaving your yarn through. Making sure you're going through the 6th stitch of each row, so you're staying in the middle. It's gonna go straight through the middle. Pull that tight, like this. Then you're gonna want to wrap around 3 times. So 1, make sure you're wrapping around really tight. 1, 2, 3. Turn it to the back, tie it in a knot. Make sure it's still tight. Tie it in a knot. It should look like this from the back. So just go ahead and cut this end off really short. You could weave it in if you want, but it won't be seen. Turn it to the front. Should look something like this. So now what you're gonna want to do, you can put it on either side. I put it on my left side. What you want to do with your needle still on there, place it where you want it. Put your needle through the middle where you want it. And you're literally just going to go back and forth. So you're gonna put your needle through that side, go back through, put your needle through this side, go back through. You're just gonna do that maybe just like twice. 2 times is good. Once you've done that, turn it to the back, tie it in a knot, pull through, tighten it, just weave in your ends. And guess what? Cut it off and you are done. So just straighten your bow out and it should look something like this. Thank you all for watching my tutorial. Comment below what more tutorials you would like for me to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get to 2,000 subscribers by January 1st. See you.